Why is my pothos growing long but not full? Why is your pothos growing long but not full? You may have noticed that your pothos keeps producing longer and longer vines, but the plant still looks thin and sparse. The leaves may be healthy, but there are large spaces between them, and most of the growth seems to be coming from the ends of the vines. This is very common with pothos. Pothos naturally wants to trail, so without the right conditions and a little pruning, it can become long rather than bushy. The good news is that this problem can usually be improved. In this video, we'll look at the main reasons your pothos is growing long but not full, and what you can do to encourage a fuller plant. Let's get started. 1. Your pothos may not be getting enough light. One of the most common reasons pothos becomes long and sparse is insufficient light. Pothos can survive in lower light, but survival and strong growth are not the same thing. When light is limited, the plant may stretch toward the nearest light source. The spaces between leaves can become longer, and the vines may look thin. This is called leggy growth. If you want fuller growth, move your pothos to a brighter location with plenty of indirect light. Avoid suddenly placing a plant that has been in low light directly under intense sunlight. Increase the light gradually when necessary. Long spaces between leaves are a clue. Take a close look at your vines. Are the leaves relatively far apart? If so, your plant may be stretching because the growing conditions aren't providing enough light. Shorter spaces between leaves generally create a fuller-looking vine. You can't make old sections of a vine suddenly become crowded with leaves, but you can improve the conditions so that new growth develops more compactly. This is why fixing the environment is important before you start pruning. Hamshire 3. Pothos naturally wants to trail. Another important point is that pothos is naturally a trailing plant. If you allow a vine to continue growing from one end, it will keep getting longer. That's normal. It doesn't mean your plant is unhealthy. The problem is simply that a single long vine doesn't create the same appearance as many shorter vines growing together. If your goal is a bushier plant, you need to encourage more growth points. Number 4. Pruning can encourage fuller growth. Pruning is one of the easiest ways to change the shape of a pothos. If you have very long vines, trim them back above healthy nodes. When you remove the growing tip, the plant can redirect growth to other nodes. New shoots may eventually develop lower on the stem. Instead of allowing one vine to continue extending indefinitely, pruning helps create opportunities for additional growth. You don't need to cut everything at once. Start with the longest and sparsest vines. Number 5. Propagate the cuttings. Don't throw away healthy cuttings. You can use them to create more plants. Take suitable cuttings, allow them to develop roots in water or an appropriate propagation medium, and then plant the rooted cuttings back into the pot when they're ready. Adding multiple rooted cuttings to the same container can create more stems growing from the soil. This is one of the easiest ways to make a pothos look fuller. Instead of one long vine, you can gradually create a collection of shorter, fuller vines. Number 6. Your pot may simply have too few stems. Sometimes the pothos isn't actually growing poorly. There may simply be only 1 or 2 main stems in the pot. Even if those stems are healthy, they won't create a very bushy appearance. This is why propagation can make such a big visual difference. More rooted stems mean more potential growing points. If your pot is sparse, adding healthy cuttings can help fill it out over time. 7. Don't overwater to make it grow faster. When a pothos isn't full, some people try watering more often. This usually isn't the answer. Pothos roots need both moisture and oxygen. If the soil stays constantly wet, the roots can become stressed or develop root problems. Damaged roots won't support strong new growth. Instead, allow the appropriate portion of the soil to dry before watering again. Then water thoroughly and allow excess water to drain away. Hamshire 8. Check the root system. If your pothos has stopped producing healthy new growth, check the root environment. Make sure the pot has drainage holes. The potting mix should be loose enough to allow excess water to escape. If the roots have become severely crowded or the soil has broken down and become compacted, repotting may help. Healthy roots provide the foundation for healthy stems and leaves. 9. Your pothos may need nutrients. If the plant has been growing in the same potting mix for a long time, nutrients may eventually become limited. During active growth, an appropriate houseplant fertilizer can support new leaves and stems. But fertilizer isn't a magic solution. If the plant is growing slowly because of low light or poor roots, adding more fertilizer won't fix the real problem. And too much fertilizer can damage the roots. Use a suitable fertilizer at the recommended dilution and frequency. Number 10. Give it enough light before adding more fertilizer. This is especially important. If your pothos is growing long and sparse, check the light first. A plant with insufficient light may produce weak, stretched growth. Adding fertilizer won't provide the energy needed for photosynthesis. So before changing your fertilizer routine, ask, is my pothos getting enough bright, indirect light? If the answer is no, improving the light may have a much bigger effect on future growth. 11. Rotate your pothos. If your pothos grows toward one window, one side of the plant may become much longer than the other. Rotating the pot occasionally can help distribute light more evenly. This won't magically create new branches, but it can encourage more balanced growth and improve the overall shape. It's a simple habit that can help prevent the plant from becoming heavily one-sided. 12. Be patient. After pruning. After cutting a long vine, don't expect new shoots immediately. The plant needs time to respond. You may eventually see a small bud developing at a node. With good light, proper watering, healthy roots, and suitable temperatures, that bud can develop into a new shoot. Growth takes time. Don't keep cutting the plant every few days because you don't see immediate results. Give it a chance to recover and grow. Number 13. Don't prune a severely stressed plant. Pruning is useful when your pothos is healthy enough to respond. But if the plant has serious root problems, severe dehydration, pests, or major leaf damage, fix those issues first. A stressed plant may not respond well to heavy pruning. Focus on restoring its health before trying to reshape it. A simple way to make your pothos fuller. If your pothos is long but not full, try this simple approach. First, move it to a bright location with indirect light. Second, trim the longest and sparsest vines above healthy nodes. Third, propagate the healthy cuttings. Fourth, plant rooted cuttings back into the pot to increase the number of stems. Finally, maintain proper watering, healthy roots, and appropriate nutrition. Over time, these steps can create a much fuller plant. Final thoughts. So, why is your pothos growing long but not full? The most common reasons are insufficient light, natural trailing growth, too few stems, and a lack of pruning. Low light can cause long spaces between leaves and leggy growth. And even a healthy pothos can remain sparse if it only has a few long vines. The solution is not simply to water more or add more fertilizer. Give your pothos better light, prune long vines, propagate healthy cuttings, and add rooted cuttings back into the pot when appropriate. At the same time, keep the roots healthy with proper watering and good drainage. Remember, pothos naturally wants to trail. If you want a bushier plant, you need to guide its growth rather than simply letting every vine grow longer. With the right conditions and a little regular pruning, your pothos can gradually become fuller, healthier, and much more attractive. Thank you for watching Plants Every Day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more simple indoor plant care tips. Be sure to explore our Pothos Growth and Growing Tips playlist for more easy guides on helping your pothos grow faster, fuller, and healthier. See you in the next video. Happy growing!